Thanks very much, Sunil. Nazir, let me take this back to you. If you can update us on the ground situation in the valley where curfew has been imposed in 10 districts. The Chief Minister rushed to Srinagar this morning. We believe he was informed before the execution. He has in the past spoken and voiced his apprehensions. In fact, we're going to try and play you an old interview of what Omar Abdullah said on Afzal Guru's execution and its possible consequences. But if you can share with us the ground situation right now.
Well, Barkha, as we know, curfew has been imposed across the valley and the cable operations have been shut. In fact, family of the Afzal Guru is saying that they have not been informed. They would have liked to see him first, just see him first, have a last word with him in the jail, but they were not informed about this execution. And our sources here tell us it is most unlikely that the body will be handed over to the family and he is likely to be buried in Tihar the way Maqbul Bhatt was buried in 1984. There's some coincidence that Afzal Guru is the second Kashmiri who has been hanged in Tihar jail. On 11th of February 1984, Maqbul Bhatt was hanged and he became a rallying point for the Kashmir separatist movement, and even as on today, separatists have called for a shutdown on 11th of this February, that is the day after tomorrow. So he is the second Kashmiri who has been hanged in Tihar jail and his body is unlikely to be handed over to his family. That's what our sources are telling us. So the curfew, strict possible curfew is being imposed on the ground. The government here is saying it is a big challenge for them. They have tried to say, convince the center that Afzal Guru should not be hanged because it will have a huge and long-term implication on the security and the political situation in Jammu and Kashmir. But they say they didn't listen to them. Now they are trying their level best to contain inevitable backlash. And in fact, if we remember what Omar Abdullah has said last time when there was a resolution in Jammu and Kashmir Assembly, when he was criticized by the BJP, he said why BJP has double standards on when it comes to the Kashmir, and when they are in an alliance with the Akalis, when they are demanding same thing in Punjab in Bular case. So they are not raising any questions against and they are calling us less patriotic when we raise this issue in Jammu and Kashmir. Though the resolution that time was not passed, but no major party, including the Congress and National Conference, has opposed that resolution in the assembly that was moved by independent MLA Engineer Rashid. And though it was not passed, but no party actually opposed it. PDP, the main opposition, has always been, demanding. They were demanding clemency for Afzal Guru. They were saying Sarabjit Singh should also be pardoned in Pakistan, and Afzal Guru should also not be hanged. He should also be pardoned because it will have a very positive impact on the situation. But what has happened has happened. Afzal Guru has been hanged. So the security establishment here say it's not just now the backlash over his hanging, but then there will be demands that body should be handed over to him, as has been in the case of Maqbul Bhatt for last 30 years. Every year there are protests, there is shutdown on 11th of February every year, and people are demanding mortal remains of Maqbul Bhatt. So he is becoming the second rallying point with separatists, because they have all along been threatening that if Afzal Guru is hanged, Kashmir will burn. So all the separatists, though most of them are outside the valley, so they have been threatening that there would be violence, there would be protests to contain that, to prevent that. The curfew, the strict curfew has been imposed on the ground, and army has been put on alert for any eventuality.